y'all. Curriculum week is finally coming to a close over here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing the curricula and resources we have picked out for my daughter's third grade school year in the upcoming 2022-2023 school year. Let's get into it. Alright, first off, a huge welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Kaela. I am a homeschool graduate turned homeschool mom. I currently have two girls who are going into first grade and third grade in the new school year. And I'm also expecting a baby this July who will be joining our homeschool at some point in the future. I love to share all things mama life, homemaking, and especially homeschool on this channel with a strong focus on secular curricula and resources. So if that sounds like something you're into, I hope you'll consider sticking around. Click that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. You can also connect with me over on Instagram. I do share more of our day-to-day life as a homeschool family over there, and I love connecting with you guys. This video is part of my Curriculum Week collab. This has been a week-long collab, and I am so pleased with how it's gone. A lot of homeschool mamas have participated and shared what their curricula choices are for the upcoming school year. Some of them have shared videos by subject. Some of them have shared videos by grade level. There's a variety of secular and faith-based homeschoolers represented here. I definitely recommend checking out the playlist link in the description box. You might just find your new favorite homeschool channel, or you might find that one resource that you are looking for your kiddo for next school year. All right, let's talk third grade. I can't believe I'm going to have a third grader this year. I feel like third grade is such a big kid grade. Like, wow, third grade. We're already more than halfway through elementary school. How did that happen? Where does the time go? I know, it's only third grade. It's not like middle school, but it feels different. It feels like a new era in our home education journey. So I am excited to see what third grade brings us. I have a feeling that it's going to be fun, maybe challenging in some ways. And of course, we're going to have a new baby joining our family, so that might complicate things as well. But overall, I'm feeling very enthusiastic, and I'm excited about all the things we've picked out to use for her core subject. So when I say core subjects, I basically mean like the 3 R's, right? Reading, writing, arithmetic, sort of those standard subjects that pretty much have to be covered by grade level or age level or skill level. Everything else in our homeschool, such as science, history, geography, all of those sort of extra subjects, we tend to cover family style. So if you missed the video where I share our curricula choices for those subjects, make sure you go watch it right here. All of the curricula and resources that I'm sharing with you guys will also be linked in the description box. Some of these resources are going to be new for us, so if I don't already have a video doing a flip through or review of them, know that that's probably coming down the line. And if there's anything specific that you see that you would really like a flip through or review video on, let me know in the comments so that I can get working on that for you. Let's talk reading first. We will be continuing with All About Reading. It's been a huge success for our family. She's currently about 3/4 of the way through with All About Reading level 3. I think she has like 20 more lessons. So we will definitely be finished with that probably before we even take our summer break. I'm thinking that we will probably take July and August off this year because we are expecting a baby in July. So she'll definitely finish level 3 before then, and then in late August or early September, when we're ready to jump back in, she will start with All About Reading level 4, which is really exciting because that is the final level of this program. For grammar and composition, we are going to be starting something brand new. So there's always a little bit of nervous excitement when you're trying something totally new, the feeling of the unknown. I'm not sure if we'll love it. I'm not sure if it will be a success, but I'm excited to try it. We are going to be trying EIW, or Essentials in Writing, and I'm actually going to be starting her on level 2 of this program. I went back and forth between whether or not I wanted to start her on level 2 or level 3, but because it's a new to us program, and because the concepts that are taught in level 2, I don't feel like she's completely mastered them quite yet. I feel more confident starting her with level 2 and just sort of seeing how it goes. Hopefully that slight backtracking will help us figure out how the program really works, how we want to implement it, if we actually like it enough to continue with it. I think it will also give her some necessary practice and review for things like writing paragraphs, writing letters, various forms of narratives. She has touched on all of those this past school year, and she's come such a long way with her writing. But I still feel like we need to tweak those skills a little bit, and level 3 looked slightly advanced for where I think she is at right now. This program is supposed to cover grammar and composition together, and it's my understanding that for the first semester or the first half of the year, they're working on grammar concepts. And then for the second semester or the second half of the year, they are implementing that grammar that they have learned with writing assignments. I will share more about this program once I have my hands on it. If you would like a flip through or a more thorough review later after we've gotten some use with it, I'll be very glad to make those videos for you. Now, there is one additional grammar resource that I want to pick up. I'm a little worried that we won't use it or find time for it since we are going to be using EIW, which does have quite a bit of grammar in it. But this workbook was such a hit this past school year, so I feel like we have to pick it up just to have it on hand. And that is the Daily Paragraph Editing Workbook from Evan Moore. She is finishing up level 2. She's been flying through it. She really loves this workbook. She loves editing with a red pen. She loves the variety of topics and subjects that are presented in the book. It is sort of cross-curricular because sometimes she's reading fiction, sometimes she's reading about a historical figure, sometimes she's reading about something in science or an animal. And then she gets to edit those paragraphs and contribute in some way at the end of the week, whether that's by writing an original paragraph or sometimes even adding a paragraph to sort of like finish off the story. And I have really seen it be effective with her in developing her writing skills and also developing her observation skills as she goes through these and edits them very carefully and slowly. I just see a lot of benefit from it. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the level 3 workbook and see if it will fit into our schedule with EIW. If it ends up being too much for her, I'm fine with letting it go or letting it be something that we only do during breaks from homeschool. It's just sort of a fun supplement that I think is really useful to have on hand. We'll see how much we actually use it. There is one more little supplementary thing that I want to bring on for grammar, and that is this book, The No Nonsense Guide to Grammar, an awesomely fun guide to the way we use words. This is something that I've seen a couple people share. I think Tori over at the Oglesby Ohana recently shared this book, and it looks really fun, really simple, and really user-friendly. My daughter really likes reference books that she can continuously go back to as needed to sort of jog her memory and review some of the key concepts that she's covering in any given subject. And this book looks like it will be perfect for that. We can use it as a supplement, we can use it as a reference book, or pull it out for morning time just to review as a family some of these key grammar concepts. There's also an additional thing that I am picking up to supplement EIW, but this time for composition. And that is this book here, 52 Picture Writing Prompts for Kids. Visual Story Starters for Grades 1 through 3. Again, this is something Tori over at the Oglesby Ohana shared, and I was just like, man, I got to get my hands on that. So my plan for this book is not to use it as our core writing instruction curricula, but to use it as a fun extra. Very recently, Eleanor has become enamored with writing. She's been journaling and writing short stories, and she's just getting really into it. And I want to keep that fire alive. She is a very visual person. She is an artist. She loves pictures and illustrations. She gets inspired by them and she loves to make them. So I think that this book will be a fun supplement for her to add on some creative writing and just have something to be more silly and unstructured with. It's not something that I'm going to require her to do. It's just going to be an extra fun thing that she can choose to do in her free time, or even when we're on, breaks from our homeschool. I also think it will be helpful over the late summer months when we do have a newborn. If I am not in the mindset to pull out the formal curricula quite yet, this is something that's open and go that she can do independently just to keep those writing juices flowing. For spelling, there's actually two things that we are going to be using for spelling. The reason being that she's using a program for spelling right now that she's about a third of the way through, and she's really enjoying it. And that is Traditional Spelling 1 by Memoria Press. That level is designed for grades 1 through 2. So there might be a little bit of an overlap. She might be continuing with that for just a little bit of third grade since we got a late start with it. However, I also want to try something new for spelling and to add some more vocabulary study as well. And that is this workbook, 180 Days of Spelling and Word Study. And for that workbook, my plan is to go ahead and get level 3 because some of the spelling in Memoria Press has been review for her. So I think that she'll be ready for level 3 spelling. These programs are fairly different. The 180 Days of Spelling and Word Study is a workbook style. It's all in one book, and it looks like it will lend itself to more independent work. The Traditional Spelling by Memoria Press is designed to be a little bit more teacher intensive. There is a teacher's guide. There's multiple book components that are kind of optional. You can figure out how much or how little of that you want to use. I do have a video all about Memoria Press Traditional Spelling. If you're interested, you can watch that here. But because Memoria Press Traditional Spelling has been fairly easy for her and a lot of it is review, she's been doing some of it independently already. She's also the kind of kid that just loves workbooks. I've said that on my channel multiple times and I'll keep saying it. I know that that's not every kid. So when I show you our choices and I show you a ton of workbooks, don't think that that's going to be the best option for every kid. But for her, it works really well. And since we are having a new baby, I'm excited for her to be able to do more and more independently. She's also asking for that. She really likes to work independently on these core subject things. So yeah, we are going to be trying out 180 Days of Spelling and Word Study. If for some reason it doesn't work, I can fall back on Memoria Press because I know she does like that and it is effective, and I can get her the second level of that program. But for right now, my plan is to let her finish level 1 of Traditional Spelling. However long that takes her is fine. And then we will also be trying out level 3 of 180 Days of Spelling and Word Study and see what she likes better, see what's more conducive to the way that she learns, what's most effective in helping her remember spelling rules. And yeah, we'll just go from there. Okay, for poetry. So we tend to be sort of relaxed with poetry. I did talk about that in our family subject curricula choices video. We have one morning a week as part of our routine where we sit together and read and discuss poems. However, I would really like Eleanor to start learning a little bit more about writing poetry. So what I'm going to pick up to help us with that is this book from Evan Moore, Writing Poetry with Children. And this is designed for grades 1 through 6. It's meant to be a supplemental activity book. And from what I can tell, it's supposed to provide a range of activities depending on the age or grade level that your student or your child is at. So it looks like it's going to be something that possibly both of my girls will be able to use. Possibly we will get more use out of it with other kids. I feel like I haven't really seen anybody using it, so slightly nervous about that, but it's very affordable. So I thought, why not? Let's pick it up, let's take a look at it and try it, and I'll let you know how it goes. As I'm editing this, I realized that I totally forgot to mention what we were going to be using for handwriting. We will be using these two books from Zaner Bloser. We already have the level 2C, which is second grade cursive. She has barely started that book, so she will keep working through that. I'll also pick up the level 3 handwriting book from Zaner Bloser for her. This book has a review of manuscript handwriting as well as cursive in it. So I think that will be perfect for her. She really enjoys writing in cursive, but I have noticed that with more cursive practice, her regular manual print has suffered a little bit. So I'm hoping that that workbook will be the best of both worlds and give her a nice review for standard manual print, as well as continue to help her sharpen her cursive skills. All right, for math, no surprises here. We're going to continue with Singapore Dimensions Math. I did talk about that in our year-end review video. Eleanor is almost done with 2B. She only has probably like 2 more weeks worth of lessons. It's just very exciting. Something about finishing a whole level, I mean, if you know, you know. It feels really good. It feels really satisfying. It just makes her feel so proud. So I am going to be picking up the entire 3rd grade level with Singapore Dimensions. We will get the teacher's guide, the workbooks, the textbooks, and also the test books. So the whole kit and caboodle there, that is what we used for 2nd grade. No complaints. All successful for us. So we will do the exact same thing with 3rd grade. For logic, I actually already have something on hand. I have this workbook here that I purchased from Amazon last year. It's called Critical Thinking Activities for Kids for ages 6 to 9. I purchased 2 logic workbooks for her this past year, and she only worked through one. I mean, who's surprised by that? I was clearly a bit overzealous in buying 2 logic workbooks for 1 school year. She literally has not touched this, so this will be perfect for her to use in the upcoming school year. It's a pretty small book, so I'm sure she'll be able to get through it. It does have full color illustrations, which is kind of nice because most of her workbooks at this age and grade level are in black and white. So I think this is going to be a nice little treat for her. And yay for me, I don't have to buy anything new because I already have something. All right, y'all, that is our core subject lineup for 3rd grade. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to keep using the things we love and to also try a few new things this year. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful or informative, I hope that you'll consider giving it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to check out that playlist below. It's been amazing to have this curriculum week with all of you. I also want to say a huge thank you to all of the Homeschool Mamas, content creators, channels that participated in this collab. Y'all made it so much more fun and exciting. We'll definitely have to do this again next year, I think. I will see y'all very soon in the next video. Bye for now.